Howdy hey, how is everybody doing, and welcome back to Disney Daily. The Haunted Mansion opened to the public officially in the year 1969 and is hands down one of my favorite attractions at Disneyland. It is groundbreaking in more ways than one, and it is still to this day one of the most immersive rides in the park. In the mansion, we meet various spirits throughout the ride, and they really give us an inside look into the afterlife. Now, while all the ghosts in the mansion are interesting, there are three ghosts in particular who I find to be the most intriguing, and they are known as the Hitchhiking Ghosts. They seem to be the most friendly and are the only ones who are sent home with the living by the end of the ride. But just who are they? Or should I say, who were they before they passed on? Well, I attempt to explore who the Hitchhiking Ghosts are in today's video. Now, according to several sources, the Hitchhiking Ghosts have a couple of backstories. The most popular version of their backstory comes from a notebook called The Ghost Gallery, which was created by Disney cast members themselves. Apparently, multiple employees for Disneyland took an interest in the ghosts and wanted to give them a proper and detailed full story. Now, unfortunately, due to several inappropriate details in the stories, I won't be sharing those versions in today's video, but you can find them online if you so choose. But don't worry, I won't leave you empty-handed. There is another version that I'm going to share with you all today. This version comes from the SLG Haunted Mansion comic, which first came out in 2005 and only ran for about 7 issues. What's interesting is that each issue focused on a different spirit that lived within the Haunted Mansion, and it also had an ongoing storyline as well. Along with popular spirits such as Madam Leota and the Hatbox ghost, the Hitchhiking Ghosts got a backstory within the series too. Now, the first ghost we're going to take a look at is Gus. Gus, in my opinion, seems to be the most easygoing and relaxed of the 3 ghosts, because in his backstory, all he wants is to get some sleep. He travels literally everywhere just to find a good spot to take a nap, but no spot seems to work out, and he is eventually arrested in a place called Port Royal. He would later die in prison, hence why you see him carrying around a ball and chain throughout the mansion. The next ghost I want to talk about is Ezra. He is the tallest of the 3 ghosts and is wearing a long trench coat. As the story goes, he had been a huge prankster his whole entire life and actually turned that into a full-time career by opening up his own practical joke business. Ezra died from laughing too hard after he couldn't free his fingers from a Chinese finger trap. Now, the last ghost of the 3 is Phineas. He is always shown with a top hat and a smile on his face. Phineas was a salesman and sold a very peculiar substance called snake oil. In the story, Phineas dies after being chased off of a cliff by an angry mob. Now, why might an angry mob come after him, you might ask? Well, you see, their tongues had been turned into a snake's after using one of his so-called miracle cure products. Despite his business literally leading to his demise, he continued to try and sell even in his death. Now, once the 3 ghosts arrived at the Haunted Mansion, they didn't stay long. One by one, they were asked to either leave the mansion or were chased out due to their obstructive behaviors. Since they are essentially banned from the mansion, this is why the 3 of them are seen at the end of the ride and are trying to come home with you. Well, that concludes this episode of Disney Daily. Please let me know down in the comments if you would like to know more about the different spirits throughout the Haunted Mansion. As always, thanks for being my guest here at Disney Daily. Until next time.